Okay, almost at the end of the day, and I'm sure everybody is tired and want to get home. And I'll try and speak as slowly as possible so that you stay a little longer. Sustainable energy implementation. So far, you have been hearing about a lot of technologies, and that's pretty much what we're all about. My presentation is pretty much the implementation of these technologies and on a large scale. And to give you a rationale behind this, electrification is what's been driving everything, and we have been discussing that primarily. And I'm not going to call the words that are on the slides. It's not my style, so they're there to just kind of guide you. So we are going to be talking about the specific reasons for implementing sustainable energy and also for implementing microgrid. Okay, so my main mission is greenhouse gas emissions. Just give you a little background. I was lucky to be graduated in 1980 in the middle of the OPEC oil crisis. And why would you say I'm lucky? I'm lucky because I was pushed into energy efficiency. So since 1980, I've been working on energy efficiency projects in the industry. It's a little bit different from the built environment. This is heavy industry I'm talking about. Started off in the aluminum industry. So over years, I moved from energy efficiency to renewable energy, and then the more energy efficiency as different types of technologies and fuel sources have come into play. So I see everything as a source of energy, not necessarily renewable or not. Some energy efficiency is more important. I still think energy efficiency is way more important than anything else. And renewables is just a part of making it more efficient. Okay, so uh, if you read the slide, you see that I've gone through a whole series of technologies. So I'm currently overseas on a 2 megawatt solar project with 2 megawatts of cogeneration using LNG as a fuel source and 2 megawatt, 3 megawatt hour battery. Sorry, a BESS system. So I want to show you in the pictures. I have some pictures on my phone. Even as we speak right now, we're pouring concrete for the foundation of the LNG storage. And I'm on my phone keeping track of what's going on. But it's a totally confidential project, so I'm not going to give you any names of any specific brands. And it's in the US, and so it's highly confidential not to disclose the location also. So in the previous presentations, you've heard people mention that big energy users, food processing, etc., is important. And so this may be considered a food processing facility. And the CHP technologies is primary in how oh, you turn it down. I like it loud. I always think that when it's in the late evening after a break, you keep it loud to keep everybody awake. So, okay. Yeah, so we have different CHP technologies. It started off with uh, using bunker sea oil to make steam and power, and then gradually changed to different fuel sources, diesel, make fuel, make power and steam, propane, and now we're into using LNG. Now, okay, I'm going to take you through the differences in my project just by telling you what they are. Well, of course, everybody knows what a 2 megawatt solar farm looks like. And I could show you a picture, but I mean, it's all over the place. Okay, now the cogeneration part, we've got using LNG. Now, this facility currently uses diesel and propane for steam production. It's essentially let's call it a food production facility, but it's a distillery. So it's a very important product. I mean, many of us can't survive without it. Um, and Ontario has a very large organization called LCBO that really strives from it. So in this industry, we have improved the sustainability of this industry, primarily through energy efficiency. And the energy efficiency that we're taking place is that we're changing the fuel source from diesel and propane to LNG. Now, why LNG is important? Because it's in the location, there's no natural gas in pipelines. And the technology has gone to the stage over the past 10 years where we can now truck LNG in cryogenic tanks just like propane, and we have these facilities. So one of my primary function at the site is to make sure the LNG regasification system is built according to my plans. Uh, and of course, the solar also. But as I said, many solar is getting a bit generic for a solar farm. I could tell you about all the problems we have in using a PD10 machine to drive thousands of piles and hitting rocks and damaging and all of that. So the interesting parts in actually implementing the solar field. And the BESS, or the battery energy storage systems, or challenges in putting all the conduits together in a compact location and running conduits 3,000 feet from one location to another to get the full integration of the system. And now the LNG portion in making regasification of LNG into natural gas and running 3,000 feet of natural gas lines and refitting boilers to burn from diesel and propane to natural gas burners and installing 2 generators, 1,000 megawatt, that's sorry, 1,000 kilowatt generator and a 500 kilowatt generator using the natural gas with an ERSIC or a heat recovery steam generators system to produce steam. We split the generation in two so that we balance the steam demand for the facility from one generator and the ERSICs. And of course, there's also the reverse osmosis system that's needed to generate the boiler feed water. It's very, very involved with a lot of technology that everyone is talking about. Yeah, most of the projects I've been doing are overseas in the Caribbean, in the United States, and other places where the cost of energy is very high and its transportation of gas is not easy, and solar is abundant to some extent. And one of the most important thing that's needed in these facilities, these are industrial facilities, which are very important for us to get food. As we all know that most of us don't know this, but the highest energy cost is getting food to everyone, from the point of making fertilizer using carbon fuel. and then fertilizer transportation to farms, and then transportation to groceries. If you do the carbon footprint of an apple, it'll probably get you, it'll probably blow your mind as how much as it is. So food is a big thing. So that's why my focus is on energy efficiency in that industry in the large scale.